Hi there, Happy New Year. Welcome to a brand new year, 2018, and also a brand new month of themed content here on Property Tribes. Now, over the next month, we're going to be running what we're calling our Three Things campaign. And this means that we're going to be presenting interviews with industry leaders and commentators and asking them the three things that they think landlords should focus on in the next 12 months. The three things that they should really pay attention to. And we're kind of viewing this as like a navigation chart to help landlords have a profitable and successful 2018 and to face the challenges that are undoubtedly ahead. Now, for Christmas, Nick and I came up here to Scotland, to the beautiful Orkney Islands, and we were following in the footsteps of one of our heroes, John Rae. John Rae was born in Stenness in Orkney. Now, John Rae is best known for actually, coincidentally, three things. He was known for his incredible exploits of Arctic exploration. He was known as finding the missing link of the Northwest Passage, and he was also the discoverer of the fate of the Franklin expedition. So, inspired by the life of John Rae, we're going to kind of launch this campaign with the three things that we've been inspired by John Rae that can be applied to property investment. So the first learnings we're going to take from John Rae's life and experience is that he believed that he could learn the most from the indigenous population, the local people. Now, in his day and age, Victorian times, this was a very radical view. The Victorians were at the height of their empire building and very much adopted an attitude of superiority over local people, believing them to be uncivilized and lacking in knowledge. But John Rae didn't subscribe to that at all. He believed that the local people, the people with their feet on the ground, who were living in the area, had the best knowledge and advice to share. So from the local people, he learned all about how to travel across the Arctic wasteland using snowshoes. He learned how to live off the land, and he learned how to survive in the very, very challenging conditions. Now, we can apply that to property because the best people for you to learn from are the people who are operating in the area you are interested in investing in, the people with their feet on the ground at the coalface of the area. And this could be local lettings agents, other landlords in the area, and they are the best possible people to get advice from, and you should reach out to them and see if they're willing to share any local knowledge with you. So that's the first lesson we can learn from John Rae, that the local people, the people with their feet on the ground operating in the area, have the best source of knowledge and experience and advice for anybody thinking of operating in the same area. The second of the learnings we're going to take from John Rae for this Three Things campaign is that John Rae did not believe that a problem should stop him doing something. He had tremendous mental and physical fortitude, which allowed him to achieve all the amazing things he did in exploring the northern wilderness. But when a problem arose, rather than getting stressed about it, he saw it as an opportunity to learn and to make him better at what he was doing. And again, this can be applied to property because it's inevitable that during our landlord life cycle, we are going to face problems and challenges. And the best way to approach them and overcome them is to treat them as a way to learn and to become a better landlord. And by doing that, we're not going to make the same mistake twice, and we're going to become better at what we're doing and therefore mitigate our risk. And the final learning we're going to take from the life of John Rae is that the truth and factual information will always trump inauthentic opinion, even if it's an inconvenient truth. Now, when John Rae returned from his final expedition that discovered the fate of the Franklin expedition, he wrote a report to the Admiralty where he had to make the shocking revelation that the Franklin expedition, in order to prolong life, had resorted to cannibalism. Now, this was a private report. However, the Admiralty distributed it to the national newspapers and they published it. Now, in Victorian times, it was absolutely inconceivable to suggest that the Navy had to resort to cannibalism to prolong life. It was utterly, utterly shocking. Now, Lady Franklin, who had previously held the greatest respect for John Rae, took it upon herself to lead a campaign against him. And she incited various sections of society to join her campaign and discredit the work of John Rae and his findings from the Franklin expedition. Now, not only did she do that, but she also attempted to discredit his finding of the missing link of the Northwest Passage and also his other Arctic exploration achievements. Now, history proves, obviously in hindsight, that John Rae was indeed correct. The crews of the Erebus and the Terror resorted to cannibalism to prolong life. And this was proven when modern-day scientists found the bodies and did forensic examination on them. So John Rae was indeed vindicated. And the lesson we can take from this is that the truth and facts are always far, far more important than opinion, because there will always be an agenda behind anyone's opinion. Some agendas are authentic, some are inauthentic. But if you rely on facts and the truth, then you won't go far wrong and you will mitigate risk in your property business. So, for example, if you are assessing a property deal, you need to stack the numbers, because the numbers will never lie to you. Secondly, if you're looking to vet a tenant, robust tenant vetting will ensure that you mitigate the risk of taking on a bad tenant. If you're looking to do a JV with somebody, yes, by all means ask the opinions of people that know that individual, but ultimately it's your risk, your investment. You need to do your own intense due diligence and check the facts about that individual. So if you do this, the truth and fact will always be better to mitigate risk than listening to opinion. So those are the three things that we are starting our Three Things campaign with, taken from and inspired by the life of John Rae, because we're here in beautiful Orkney, where he started out in life, a place that he loved as well. And our Three Things campaign is going to continue throughout January. Every day you are going to see a video from an industry commentator giving their three things that landlords should focus on in 2018. And just as John Rae navigated the northern wilderness, we really hope that this content helps you navigate the year ahead. So tune in daily throughout January for the continuation of the Three Things campaign. And once again, Nick and I wish everybody a very happy, healthy, successful and profitable new year, and sending greetings from beautiful Orkney, the home of our hero, John Rae.